Thank you, and take care.
I'll have a look at the ware.
What? Can you do, sir? Maybe next time. What would you like?
Excuse me. I'm looking for someone. A friend of mine. The one who ended up in the pillory with me.
Loads of people have been in the pillory, and you know what it's like. I'm really busy right now.
You haven't seen him then? Tall, fair-haired, fancies himself and talks like a noble.
Sorry, but I'm swamped with work because of the Semine wedding. Everyone wants new clothes from me. Even Bashka the butcher ordered a jacket fit for a king, and he isn't even going to the wedding. So, no, I haven't seen your friend, and I...
Whoa, whoa. Nah, this is sharp enough as it is. This one is sharpened already.
You again? What are you barging in here for? Piss off! What are you waiting for?
teaches us. Greece wallow in gold, while their falsehoods and indulgences condemn all Christendom. Come on! Right! And that's right.
I'm done with the sheep.
Ha ha! Great! How did it go? Tell me!
Well, I scattered their sheep like you wanted.
That's perfect!
I also trampled their laundry, like you mentioned.
You did? That must have been quite unpleasant for them. They'll have to start over.
That's all I could manage. I hope it's enough.
You did great, lad. You deserve a reward for your heroic deeds. And with a bit on top as well. Like I promised. Since you did such a good job.
Thanks, Oberon.
Don't mention it. You're a handy fella. But you could be even better. With my help, of course. They say I'm a good teacher. And listen, one more. We'll be meeting the Takovites soon to discuss the past. I'd like you to come with us. If you're not against it, that is.
So,
I'll tell you, friend. And if we don't get through to them,
why not?
you will. We meet in the pasture regular. I suppose we'll fight. Don't worry. When the Takovites see you, they won't want to mess with us.
Wouldn't you and Project rather make up? You've had the pasture split in half for years, and it's worked so far, hasn't it?
You're starting to sound like the Toscaret bailiff Thoris. He kept wanting to get involved. But to say the pasture ours in front of the Takovites, that he won't do.
But what if I talk to him? Maybe I can convince him to help us.
I wouldn't bet on it. Last time, he told me and Project he'd put us in the stocks if we...
You know what? I'll go have a talk with Thrush. Would you wait for me for a bit?
All right, but be quick. And don't you dare team up with...
Greetings.
Oh, g'day. Oh, you pooch. Stop that whistling. You're behaving like a child.
Greetings.
Greetings to you too.
God be with you.
Good day. Greetings to you, friend. I was wondering your bullock when it's time to sow winter grain.
I need to plough too, you know.
What if you lend me the bullock on the Lord's Day? You're not going to plough on Sunday, are you?
No. And nor should you.
Except I don't have a bullock. You will lend me yours.
Leave me alone, you scum. I ain't gonna talk to the likes of you.
What can I do?
That's right. Why are you bothering me, you scoundrel? I ain't gonna talk to the likes of you.
Let's make up.
Or
I came because of the arguments between Takov and Zhelyov.
what happened this time? Did old Bram piss in Project's ale barrels again like last year?
No, but they're getting ready to meet up and beat each other up.
Let them do it then! Maybe a few knocks to the skull will do them good, and they'll leave me alone.
Well, you wouldn't let them fight over nothing, would you? They're arguing over that stupid pasture, aren't they? Is there really nobody who remembers which town it rightfully belongs to?
Nobody who could be trusted not to be making it up. After all, what business is it of mine? Let them kill each other for all I care. Worst case, I'll have to clap them all in the pillory. That should sort them out.
Lord von Berghoff would surely be glad you're taking care of his domain.
You think so? After all, who else but a wise and kind bailiff like me could get those idiots to make up? How the fuck am I supposed to find out who the pasture belongs to? I looked in the Chronicle, things like that tend to be there. But Bailiff Brada, who was here before me, must have been a lunatic. You'd have to be mad to make any sense of that book.
Then let me have a look. I may not be mad, but maybe I'll find something you overlooked. You won't have to worry about anything.
You want to touch such a rare book with those filthy peasant hands? Have you lost your mind?
Filthy peasant hands. Do you know how many books I've read? And I never fold corners. If there's anything actually useful in the Chronicle, I'll find it.
Fine, have it your way. Maybe you'll manage to make some sense of Brada's bullshit. But if I find out you've even opened that book too harshly...
What's new, Bailiff?
Nothing special. Fortunately, Troskovitz is a quiet village. It's peaceful here, and the war has avoided us so far, thank God. Just here and there a brawl in the tavern or the neighbour's errant cow. Well, that's how it was until recently, at least.
And what happened?
What do you think? It started, and then... Oh, and then am I... But that's no...
I understand. I'd like to...
Go to hell with that.
Come for a whipping, yeah?
This Latin phrase looks important. Otherwise it wouldn't be written in red, would it? Fecit ordinem in region ope claviferae. I should try to find somebody who could translate it for me.
Leave me alone, you nobody! I ain't gonna talk.
Let's make up, shall we?
Huh.
I need to translate something from Latin. You're an educated man, aren't you? Would you help me?
Why not? It's nice to see simple folk wanting to get educated. What is it you need translated?
Fecit ordinem in regione ope claviferae.
That's definitely Latin, but what could it mean? In regioni is obvious. That's in the country or region. Fecit ordinem is something like to bring order. And clave ferre means iron spike or maybe nail. So, brought order to the region with the help of an iron nail. Where did you hear that nonsense?
That's not important. The main thing is I know what it means, and hopefully it'll help me in my work. Thank you. Whoa, whoa. Ah, here's the damn nail. Olbram and Procek won't be happy. From now on, the entire pasture belongs to Takov. Procek could discount the ale in celebration. From now on, the entire... Ah, here's the damn nail. Olbram and Procek won't be happy. From now on, the entire pasture belongs to Zheleov. Olbram will be glad.
Mondani. Még egy köpés, és nem bírom tovább. Mondom, úgy néznek ránk, mint a gyilkosok.
I'm a bit peckish.
Here you go.
I finally found the damn border between the Takov and Zhelyov parts of the pasture.
How the hell did you manage that?
I found it in that chronicle of yours. It wasn't easy, but we can finally put an end to all that endless fighting.
About fucking time. So then, are you
Definitely. Bailiff Brada took iron nails and used them to map the border so that people wouldn't forget where it is. One of them is in the oak tree on the pasture.
That's nice of him and all, but he could have fucking told somebody about it. Who can make sense of those writings of his? At least old Bram and Project will and if those two start arguing again,
What did I do to you?
One beer.
Finally.
What could you teach?
Well, I said,
Do you have anything?
I could help you. Also,
That sounds good.
it'll take some time. Maybe you.
Tell me how to tell.
When I used to, I wrote with. Are you hungry?
I'd like to learn.
I cannot write.
God bless.
I'd like to learn.
It'll take some time. Maybe
Just tell.
I was. I wrote with it. Are you hungry?
I'd like to learn.
It'll take. Maybe you.
I'd really appreciate.
Of course I will. I wrote with it.
All right, I'm ready now.
Excellent.
Well, Zhelyevites, did you miss us?
Of course they did. I reckon they hardly slept a wink.
Can you blame them? I'd rather come and get a beating than hang around in Zhelyov too.
You see? They're provoking us again. There's no use trying to negotiate with them.
There's nothing to negotiate, old man. The pasture is ours, and that's final.
Bullshit! You know right well that I got smacked around as a child in that orchard, right over there.
You know what? Now you'll get smacked around here too.
enough! Does anybody here have anything better to do?
Trust? What are you doing here?
This shouldn't concern you, bailiff. We'll just beat those bastards' asses and go home.
Sort them out, bailiff. Put a stop to their nonsense once and for all.
I won't tolerate this nonsense in my territory.
Tell that to the Zhelyevites. Maybe they'll finally get it into their thick heads that this pasture is ours.
In your dreams, you Takovite swine!
Kurva! Be quiet already!
This whole pasture belongs to Zhelyov. From the orchard all the way to that oak tree. There's a nail stuck in it, marking the border.
Fantastic! That's what I've been saying this whole time.
That's not possible. How much did Olbram pay you to say that?
How do you know? You're not even from around here.
But unlike you, yokels, he can read. It's all there. black on white in the Troskovitz Chronicle. So you'll obey it and finally give it a rest.
They've done so much to hurt us. They should have to make it up to us. Make them pay.
None of that. They're the ones always provoking us. You know what? Let's give them a nice final bashing.
Knock it off already. Haven't you had enough of all this senseless arguing over the years? All those worthless problems and wasted time? Can't you just shake hands and make up?
That's right. From this point forward, this dispute is over. And if I hear about anyone causing trouble again, I'll have you all clapped in the pillory. Together. Now pack up and go home. What a shame. Such a nice pasture. That damned old bastard.
You say something, innkeeper?
I said you can eat the whole bloody pasture for all I care. Oh, wait, you can't, you toothless fucker. You couldn't chew it.
Fucking project. You stop with the jokes soon enough. When me and the fella drive our cattle out here.
So, how does it feel to have the conflict?
What can I say? I'll miss it a bit. But don't think I've forgotten. You deserve a reward for your...
Thank you. Can I spend the night here?
Not a chance. Go back to where you came from, you wastrel. Farewell, you yokel. Look out! Farewell, you yokel. It was you shooting here!
There you are, you bastard! You better pay me compensation, you blackguard.
Sorry, let's make a deal.
There you are, you murderer! Get over here, or I'll call the...
Dick!
Oh!
Stop that whistling. You're behaving like a child.
Whoa!
Who are you praying for?
For my son, Yaroslav.
What about your other children?
One of my daughters got married and moved out. Marushka and Olina are still here. Once they get married, I'll be left all alone on the farm.
Why? One of them could live on the farm with her husband, couldn't she? Lots of fellows would give the right arm for a place like this.
Aye, true enough. Only a father should pass his livelihood on to his son, God damn it! Don't tell me it's different where you come from.
Well, I only got to know my father recently. He's the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kobyla.
Well, you do look like a man with blue blood. That I can't deny.
Well, thanks, but actually I'm a bastard. My ma was a commoner, so she couldn't marry Sir Radzig. Fortunately, his loyal subject Martin took her in and raised me like his own.
Out of duty?
To be honest, I couldn't tell you. But however it started, they became close. And later, when they died, Sir Radzig took charge of me. So actually, I have two fathers.
God's will. There are times I wish I'd died before Yaroslav. I'd have saved myself.
When did your...
Well, Yaroslav,
How come he's buried there and not at the cemetery?
he died during birth.
God have mercy. I'm sorry about that.
Aye, as he ought to be. The poor innocent.
Old hag?
The midwife. But my wife, Ludmilla, gave the village word when Yaroslav was coming into the world. I never sent for no help. Why would I? After all, Ludmilla done it all on her own 3 times. And besides, only... Of course I wasn't there. Being a God-abiding man, I was outside. But Pa! Send for Bozhina! Ma's poorly! I thought twice about it, but then I sent for her. She came along with a little girl. She started brewing right away, and before the night was out, it's a wonder she didn't poison her. I couldn't get a wink of sleep all night. It wasn't till daybreak that Bozhina came. They could see right off. It was a boy. Only Yaroslav came out feet first. And as he was all... It was that Bozhina. If she hadn't pulled him out and left Ludmilla to manage herself, he could have lived.
I'm sure Bozhena didn't want to hurt your son. She was trying to help.
Help? By killing my son and condemning him to damnation? I asked the priest, and he told me every midwife has the sacred right to perform baptism when things go wrong. Like when it looks bad for the child, see? She can baptize him. And you know what Bozhina did?
What?
Not a thing. She looked at that, and my wife died a few hours later. So don't you tell me, boy. That same evening, I got the other fellas from the village, and we drove that
I see. She lives in the woods now.
A good thing, too. She hasn't shown up here since. Many times I told myself we should have done more to her.
I understand your pain, but it wasn't Bozhena's fault. She saved my life when I was wounded and lost in the woods. She's a good soul.
That's all well and good. But believe me, that witch...
Your farmhand murdered Roman and abducted Pavlena, the herb woman's daughter.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Straw told me everything.
Good Lord. And what did you do to him?
He's dead. He left me no choice.
Jesus Christ. Why would they do something like that?
They did it to get in your good books. For taking revenge on Bozhena.
My God, I never wanted anything like that. When I get drunk, I curse her, aye, but I never wanted anyone to kidnap her daughter or murder anyone. I didn't put anyone up to it. They did it on their own, and it's their own bloody fault. Jesus Christ. That's the last thing we need, a mess like this. I have to square things up with Thrush.
Look, I know relations between you and Bozhena the herb woman aren't good. But it's time to put an end to the animosity.
Where are you going with this? That witch deserves no pity.
I understand your bitterness, and I'm sorry about your son. Bozhena would certainly have saved him if she could. But whatever happened between you, it has to end now. Bozhena came very close to losing her daughter on account of your feud. Your farmhands abducted her, and they killed her sweetheart.
But I had nothing to do with that. They did it of their own free will, not on my orders.
That means nothing. They did it because of you. They wanted you to be indebted to them.
But that's not my fault, and I don't see why I should have to make up with Bozhena on account of it.
Listen, I know a thing or two about revenge. And believe me, sometimes you just have to say enough and turn the other cheek. Because otherwise, it will never end.
You know nothing. I can't simply forgive her.
Well, then do it on account of Pavlena. After all, she's not to blame for anything. But she's the one who's suffering most from your feud.
Christ almighty. You're talking like the parish priest. I'll send Bozhena. Compensation. I never wanted anything to happen to her daughter, and she's the one who suffered most from that banishment. She can't have been more than 10 years old. I give my word that I won't do anything bad to them. And those two fools of hands, they won't show up here again. And if they do, I'll hold...
I've already dealt with your hands.
Oh. Good. Good. But my offer still stands. Bozhena and Pavlena could return to the village.
Very well. It's about time this chain of vengeance was broken for good. Give me the money, and I'll take it to Bozhena. But God alone knows whether she'll forgive you.
Thank you. It's time for us all to get on with our lives. I hope Bozhena will understand that.
What's that?
Are you going far, Goodman?
Well, define far. You know how it is. If you as much as stick your nose out the door...
I see you're in no danger, though. Fully...
Yes, well, mercifully, we apothecary.
Do you have anything...
If it's herbs, you... Vielen Dank. Es war mir eine Freude, mit dir Geschäfte zu machen, mein Freund.
You could say that. They found a dead body stuck in the wheel on Sunday.
You're kidding. Who was it?
Some vagabond.
God rest his soul.
And get this. Miller Boschka says he was in the water at least a week, judging by the state of his body.
So what? Somebody did him in and chucked him into the water.
Wait, listen to what I say. Only a blind man can.
Ka! Thank you once again for saving Sir Hans's life, and mine. I promised I'd pay you back, and I keep my word. So please accept this token of gratitude on behalf of me and Sir Hans.
Thank you, Henry. I'll put it aside for Pavlena. At least she'll have something now, after all the
I talked to Yakesh and explained everything to him. He agreed to make amends. His hands acted on their own accord, and he's sorry about it, mostly because of Roman and Pavlena.
What does that mean? That Pavlena can go to Truskovitz and no one will trouble us anymore?
Yes, but that's not all. He gave me some coin for Pavlena, too, as compensation for Roman. Even though he wasn't Pavlena's relative, Yakesh wants to show his sympathy for her loss. Here it is.
Thank you, Henry. In the end, you were right. If only we'd made peace with Yakesh before it all went so far.
Well, at least Pavlena is safe.
I don't know what I'd do without her. We'll always be obliged to you, Henry. If you ever need anything, you know where to come. And you should at least keep half of Yakesh's coin.
No way. I can't take your money. You helped us before, and I helped you in return. So keep the coin.
Well, as you wish, Henry. Thank you for everything. It was good to see you, my friend.
Look what I have for you.
Here, Mutt.
Greetings, innkeeper. I've come to apologize for the fight we caused. And also to ask if there is anything I can do to help.
Latch in the stable when the horses bolted, lad.
How so? Did something happen?
I had a couple cumans come in here and get in a brawl with the locals. What the hell did I do that people fight in here all the time?
Did anyone get hurt?
Bah! They broke a couple of pictures and Wojtek took a punch in the gob, but nothing else. Go and see Wojtek if you want. Maybe he'll tell you more than I can.
Oh well. Now just this.
What are you poking around here for?
You look like you got a solid beating.
To hell with that. The main thing is we kicked those cumin, but still, I'd sleep better knowing someone made sure they don't...
Someone like me?
What an idea. At least you'd show you're worth your salt.
All right then. I'll take care of the cumin.
Excellent. I don't care what you do with them. Just find their Seems they came from Samin. Try asking there.
I hired my money in the mattress too.
So you did take the money from the mattress?
Just my house.
What's that I hear? What was that sound?
You've no business here.
What do you want?
Good day to you. I'm looking for the...
I don't care about such nonsense, but Lord Samin or Captain Gnarly...
Thanks.
It's about time.
Who's open?
Captain, do you know about a Cuman camp somewhere in the area?
Well, I've seen some Cumans hanging around the Rock Tower Pond. I think they joined forces with that nomad vermin. Try asking Bojena, the herb woman. She might know something about them. Maybe try Nathan the shepherd down past the village. He knows every stump around.
How did Jules end up?
He's a noble, so Lord Sameen took him into his service.
What? Why would he do that? After Jules tried to rob him?
That's the nobility and their rules for you. A peasant would get the noose right away. But the lords play a different game together.
And you don't have a problem with that, Captain?
I don't, but I'll keep a close eye on him. Trust me. But anyway, there's all sorts in service in Sameen. Can't do a job like this for long without getting dirty hands.
I expect the same applies to you?
Oh, my hands might be dirty.
What happened with that hired hand?
Francie? Nothing much. He swore it was the other fella talked him into it, so we kept him on here as a hand.
Very generous.
Aye, the best thing for a wayward fella like that is...
I think I've heard all... I'd like to learn...
Fighting with the Lord back, there is...
That sounds...
So this step's just like now...
I'd like to learn any...
Don't be
I'd like to learn...
Don't be foolish. We wouldn't even see what we're swinging at. Come back later.
Get out!
Mind where you're going.
Get out of here, Matt! No one wants to hear your pet more like that.
Come here!
By animals, this isn't your property. Gotcha, fella. You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's property. You'll pay up and show me whether you stole anything. Otherwise, We'll deal with your unruliness on the pillory.
All right, I'll pay. I don't want any...
Now show me what you've got. Let's see if you have anything stolen on you.
All right. Have a look then.
All right, then. I don't see anything else suspicious. In that case, an indulgence will suffice. Now be on your way. We're done here, right? So clear off.
Keeping an eye on you.
What do you want, lad?
I'd like to learn...
As long as it's so it. Would you like me to All right. Well, now come and try.
I'd like to learn...
I can it's not that. So you if you now come.
I'd like to learn...
What do you want to know?
I'd like to improve my...
Great. Let's get to it.
I'd like to learn...
What is this?
I hope you can...
Thanks.
I'd like to learn...
What are you...
I'm still...
Fine.